everyone, and welcome to the 11th Annual Battle of the Bands, hosted by the CJM and the JCCSF. I'm Ramsha.
I'm David.
And we'll be your MCs for the night.
Before we jump into this evening, we'd just like to remind you guys that you should turn your phones on vibrate or silent, and also note that we're going to be selling snacks in the back, and there's restrooms right outside the doors in the atrium, along with some water fountains.
We have 11 incredible bands performing tonight who represent acts from all across the Bay Area. Also, guys, please feel free to come up here, give us some company, have fun, party along with the band, support them.
Just a little background on the competition tonight. So there's going to be 3 rounds. In the first round, every band's going to compete, and then the judges will score and advance 5 more bands to the next round. The 5 bands will compete. They'll advance 2 to the third, and that'll be the final round.
And in the final round, the last 2 bands standing will compete for a first place prize of $650 and a second place prize of $350. And both bands who make it to the final round will receive a radio spot with DJ Marilyn on her radio show Let Me Touch Your Mind on a Monday of their choosing. And DJ Marilyn will also add their radio-friendly MP3s to her library.
And also, in the final round, everybody here is going to get a chance to determine who wins. You guys should have received poker chips when you came in, and you'll get to decide who takes home the $650.
And our judges today are Matthew Sharksis. Come on, guys, give it up for him. Liz Luke. Ron Cat. DJ Marilyn, and Eric Hannon.
And we'll learn a little bit more about our judges as the night unfolds. Now let's move on to the competition. We'd like to welcome our first band to the stage with a big round of applause. Everybody put your hands together for SHC's very own Peer Pressure.
Woo! This isn't their first time competing, so welcome back to our veterans.
With these 4 musicians, you'll find they all have very different tastes in music. One of their guitarists likes indie rock and Insane Clown Posse. Their bassist enjoys punk and Coldplay. Another guitarist enjoys Smash Mouth and Journey. And their drummer comes from the influences of progressive rock and gospel.
Again, everyone, let's hear it for Peer Pressure!
Thank you. Test. Good evening. We're Peer Pressure. Thank you for coming out tonight to listen to us. This one's called Omniscient.
Let's hear it for peer pressure.
Before we hear from any of our judges, I'd like to ask one of our judges, Ron Catt, to tell us a little bit more about himself.
Yes. What did I do? I used to tour with Parliament Funkadelic for 13 years. I also am a producer, songwriter. That's about it, I guess.
All right, give it up for Ron Catt.
Kind of caught me off guard right there.
Thanks for sharing. We'd also, judges, we invite you now to kind of open the conversation about like your thoughts about their performance.
I'll go. You want to go first?
Yeah, if we could have 3 judges speak, that would be good.
I really liked the performance. It was heavy. It was really, you guys play really well together. And I got to just give props to my man, my Irishman over there on the drums. You got some chops, man. That was great.
I concur. I thought the drumming was excellent. I thought the cohesion was fantastic. I would say I thought it was melodic. I loved it. I would say the one thing you need to work on is connecting toward the audience. You were playing for each other, and I know that comes out of rehearsal together, so just work more on aiming toward the audience. But overall, stellar.
If we get one more judge.
I remember a couple of you from last year. I think you played in a different band, and I really enjoyed that. You've grown as a band this year. I think your songwriting was really tight. Your stage presence was great. If I had any criticism or constructive criticism, I would say turn the guitars down just a tad bit and turn the bass up, because you have such a good drummer. The rhythm section just really will add a solid foundation of that. The guitars sound great, but I want to hear the bass and the drums really locked in, because you're a great bass player and a great drummer, so good job.
Thank you, judges, for that amazing feedback.
Our next band is the Young Offenders.
They are new to the JCCSF stage, so let's make sure we make them feel welcome. They're named after the law that classifies kids under the ages of 16 as young offenders. They don't restrict themselves to any specific genres, so you'll always hear something new when they perform.
Let's hear what they have to say for us. Everybody welcome the Young Offenders.
Happy St. Patrick's Day! All right, this song was written by our drummer. And even fellas, I'm your guest. Clothes are haggard and you look like a mess. Hope you know what you're talking about. 'Cause you're an average man and you must get out. I've been running and running all day. I've been searching for a place to stay. I'm running and we don't mind it all. I'm living until the sunrise glows. But there's something about us you ought to know. The strongest temptations. Work is dangerous. We are God's creation with the help from Satan. Kick me out at dawn, I couldn't tell you when. I thought I'd never ever see them again. Carter comes to meet her, strike a deal. 2 days after scrounging for a meal. Do you want a roof over your head? Do you want to sleep in a king-size bed? Well, you can sell product, we don't mind at all. 'Cause the bottom's the best place to break the law. The strongest temptations, work is dangerous. We are God's creation, with the help from Satan.
Amazing job, guys.
As we wait for them to wrap up, I'd like to ask Shark to tell us a little bit about himself and what he does in the Bay Area.
My name is Shark, and I run the San Francisco Rock Project. It's a nonprofit youth music school.
Woo!
Yeah, and I've been the director there for going on 7 years now, and our program is dedicated to teaching youth, much like exactly like we're seeing here tonight, the fundamentals of music through rock and roll, and we play shows throughout the Bay Area. We have a touring group that plays all throughout the Bay Area and beyond, and we teach both private lessons and group sessions. We have we're just starting, actually next weekend, we're starting a independent youth showcase where bands like this can send us a demo and get put on one of our bills at some of our local shows so we can get more highlighted youth shows out in the city. And so that's sort of the basics of what I do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's amazing. Now again, we'd like to open up the conversation to like 3 of our judges, have to see what they say about the performance.
Yeah. First of all, congratulations for just having the guts to get up on stage tonight to everyone here. You guys did a really great job. I really enjoyed your set. I really particularly enjoyed the solos. I love seeing that. And just overall feedback is I wish you guys engaged with the audience more and also with each other. I felt like there was a lot of focus looking at your instruments, and I understand it's kind of nerve-wracking getting up on stage in front of all these people, and it might be one of your first few shows. Just to really own it. You guys are great. You should interact with each other and enjoy what the audience is giving you.
Yeah, I second that. I second that. When the bass player, when you started smiling, that's when I was drawn up into then it felt like, oh, she's having a good time. So all of you just work on, I know you guys enjoy playing music, so work on just showing that you're enjoying it. I know it's very nerve-wracking, but it brings the audience in when you look like you're enjoying yourself.
Thank you.
I thought I'm always amazed to see like a small unit such as yourself carry such a big sound. You guys got a really big sound, and just for the 3 of you, and I definitely would like to see more cohesion, you know, because you really got something going. You need to tighten up the rhythms a little bit, you know, but for the most part, keep up the good work, and that's it.
I just want to say I really like the psychedelic devolution that you guys added in. I just want to make sure you knew that.
Thank you, guys.
Next up, we have Planet 17. They're a JCC rock band, so they are familiar with this place. Their dream is to open up for Panic at the Disco at the Oracle Stadium. This is a start.
I can't wait to see what they got for us. Everybody welcome Planet 17.
Hi, we're Planet 17.
So our first song is Venus by Shocking Blue.
One, two, one. The goddess of the mountain top is burning like a silver flame, summit of beauty and love, and Venus was her name. She's got it, yeah, baby, she's got it. Well, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire and your desire. Well, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire and your desire. Her weapons are her crystal eyes, making every man mad. Dark as the dark that she was, but what no one else had. She's got it, yeah, baby, she's got it. Well, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire and your desire. Well, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire and your desire. She's got it, yeah, baby, she's got it. Well, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire and your desire. Well, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire and your desire.
Thanks again, Planet 17. You were great. While we let them pick up their gear and make space for the next band, we'd just like to ask Liz Luke a little bit about herself and what she does.
Yeah, so I do a lot of different things in the music industry. Currently, right now, I'm opening up a vinyl record pressing plant in West Oakland. Attached to that's going to be an event space and venue, and it will have a residency programming as well as artistic curriculum for developing young artists in the Bay Area. Outside of the pressing plant, I run a music series called Undercover Presents, through which I've produced 14 albums, worked with over 150 local Bay Area acts of all different genres, worked with over 1,000 different local musicians. I also serve as a creative consultant with the Oakland Symphony, and I am a governor for the San Francisco chapter of the Recording Academy, which is probably best known for its work with putting on the Grammys.
Thank you, Liz. As you guys can see, she's pretty cool. If we could once again have 3 judges comment.
Hi. You know what I really admire about this band is that they're not afraid. You guys, you got the attitude that you have. You go straight to it, and you have to really be brave to do this stuff sometimes because you get in front of a bunch of people. But I like the attitude and the way you attack the music. I really appreciated that.
I really liked the way you guys did the vocals for that performance. I thought that was good. At first, I was skeptical because you were just singing a unison, but then as you went, you guys really brought the energy, like Ron Katz said, and it made it just like really, really clear vocals, and all of your voices sound really great together. And your drummer really just held the tempo really, really nicely. I'd love to see an original song from you guys, but that was a great performance. Nicely done.
Thank you.
I would second what Ron Cat and Shark said. I really love the energy of your performance, and the vocals were really good. It started out kind of here, and then just by the middle of the song, it got up to here. In particular, the bass tone. I'm a bass player, and I know how hard it is. Yeah. I know how hard it is to dial in a good tone, and your tone sounded great there. I really liked your bass tone, so
Thank you.
keep it up. Yeah, good job.
Thank you, judges.
Next up, we have our first solo act of the night, Pope Suburban.
Woo!
Kevin here has performed at Battle of the Bands with a different group before, but this is the first time he's going to be performing alone. He tells us that this is his first performance as a one-man band of vocals accompanied by a guitar, banjo, keyboard, harmonica, and loop pedals.
Everyone, please welcome Pope Suburban.
The loop pedals and the keyboard all kind of malfunctioned earlier this week, so I'm an acoustic act for now. Anyway, it's really great to be here. This first song is an original song about the Vietnam War. It's called This Unfortunate Son. Curse the sunny afternoon, the army letter came. The bust of Uncle Sam above a printout with my name. Said we're so glad to welcome another pawn to our game. I dropped the card and ran out the house. I went to tell my lover how I'd won the lottery. I'd ship out with the boys, and she said, babe, what about me? I suggested that we both prepare for infantry. We smiled and laughed and cried and laid around. And I told her as I left how I feared what I'd become. That heart of darkness, what a holy mess to return from. So hold me tight all through the night like I'm your only one. And send some letters overseas for this unfortunate son. So as I humped my baggage through the hills of Vietnam, I kept her letters in my pack to keep a sense of calm. And Polaroids left over from our teenage senior prom. Now mud caked, tear stained and wrinkled, but all mine. I smiled and watched the sunset through my smoke rings in Saigon. A pack of boys all scared of silence, waiting for the dawn. They couldn't wait until the day that Uncle Sam had won to return to their mothers, these unfortunate sons. I took a bullet to the chest one morning in 10K. I coughed it out and laughed, well, how about that to start the day? A chopper came to pick me up and I was on my way to die in some old hospital bed. So the doctor asked me, any final words before you go? I'll write them in a letter and I'll send it to your home. And one last thing, the army here is so sad to see you go. So what do you have to say for yourself? So I looked him dead in the eyes and I told him, I said, just beat me down and shut me up and tell me that you won. I know I'm not the only kid who played around with guns. So I pretend that here I am, the holiest one. Send these letters to my unborn son, so he'll know who's the unfortunate one. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Pope Suburban, for that. Also, I'm just gonna plug his SoundCloud really quick. You can find him on SoundCloud. Pretty cool. Again, before we head into the judges panel, I know we don't have any filler time, but we'd just like to hear from DJ Marilyn and how she got involved into the radio business and a little bit about herself, because she's also pretty cool.
Okay, the way I got involved in radio is the place where I worked shut down. I was floating around and a friend said, "Oh, you should go to KPOO." And I said, "Oh, okay." And I walked in, the station manager said, "Oh, why don't you take these records and I'll teach you how to mix." And I did, and then they said, "Well, the DJ's leaving, why don't you go on the air?" And that was all she wrote. So I basically walked in off the street, and here I am so many years later.
That's incredible. Now, just again, we'd like to open up the conversation to 3 judges.
That was killer. That was an original song, right?
It was, yeah.
Your songwriting is incredible, and I really hope you know that. And no matter what happens in your career, keep that in your back pocket for any band you're with or any sessions you want to be involved with, because songwriters make a lot of money. So, yeah, really great voice. You're really confident up there, and I know it must be unbelievably hard to go between playing guitar, playing harmonica, and singing at the same time, and have original lyrics and be up here in front of everyone. You did a really great job all around, in my opinion. I also really appreciate like little touches, like when you mentioned laugh and you kind of laughed with the lyric, like little moments like that really resonate with the audience. You put a lot of character into it, and yeah, great job. Keep it up.
Thank you very much.
How old are you?
I'm 18 years old.
He's 18. So this is why guitars need to be in the hands of our youth right here. Is this young man? Because he's singing about something that happened long before he was born and bringing it with a whole fresh perspective. Thank you. You did a great job.
Thank you.
That was great. I love the conviction. I felt every word. I felt the emotion, the commitment, and it's very important. Like when you're doing songs and stuff like that come from your heart, that we connect, and we connect the most when you're committed and you're sincere. And so, congratulations. That was great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Next up, we have the band Seneca. Come on, you guys. Seneca just recently won the Battle of the Bands at the Oshman Family JCC in the South Bay, which was actually their first time competing together in front of an audience. They're an instrumental progressive metal band and derived their name from the word cynical. Can't wait to hear what they've brought for us, and let's hear it for Seneca once again.
Hi everyone, how's everyone doing? We're an instrumental band called Seneca, and this is original called Viscous.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. That was really good. Before we open up the judging panel, I'd like to ask Eric a little bit more about the mix at the SF Public Library. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself and that?
So I work at the main library here in San Francisco, where we have a teen-designed library department for teens, only for teens, no children allowed, no adults allowed. It's pretty amazing. They have a recording studio inside the library, not kidding. We have a drum set, basses, guitars, keyboards. We hold open mics every week. The best part about it is the young people in the space actually using it, sharing their ideas, and I encourage everyone who's here in the audience, as well as the performers tonight, to come check it out, be a part of it. It might be great for you to support your music, or you may have an opportunity to help another person learn about music. So, thanks.
Thank you so much, Eric. Now, once again, we'd like to open up the conversation to the panel of judges and see what their thoughts are on Seneca.
Really great playing tonight. Obviously, you guys are very skilled on your instruments. That was very clear to everyone. Just some feedback. It was a really strong performance, but just to give you some feedback, I wish you guys interacted with each other a bit more. There's a lot of riffing, and a lot of it's so vibey that I want to see that vibe on stage from you. Really great parts to the arrangement. I just felt like there were a lot of great ideas, and it could have been broken into a few different songs. I kind of wish you stayed in one spot, let us linger and feel it out. If you're identifying as prog rock and instrumental, everyone in the audience is craving that from you. So really great ideas. You have enough for an EP in there, so split it up. That's my feedback.
I loved it. That was great. I was talking to you all before the show, and you could have been a band in 1988. There was so much guitar music like that, and we talked about some of your influences. I hear Yes, I hear Dream Theater, I hear all the shredding there. You have a really melodic guitar style, both of you actually, and I really appreciated your rhythm. The parts of your rhythm were kind of complicated, but were spot on, and your sense of melody. Rhythm section was tight, all the parts linked together. I love it. I'm an old prog rocker myself, and I say I want that song to be 20 minutes long. That's how I am. But I love it. I would say at the very beginning, there was you weren't quite on the spot just yet, but about a quarter of the way through, you just nailed it, and it was perfect. And I would say that ending, I would say do something really do something different at the end there. I don't know exactly what, but I kind of didn't want the song to end just right there. I was like, oh wait, is this going to be another cool part? So maybe play around with that, but great job. Keep up the prog rock tradition. Keep it alive.
Thank you.
You guys, between the two of you guitarists, you had a lot of strings on stage. Being a 7-string and an 8-string. I know there's a lot to look at and a lot to be aware of, but be sure to look at your audience. That's very important, because even though your music is very cerebral and very progressive in that way, and it is because you don't have a vocalist, we're still watching you on the stage. And so it's important at some point, when you're playing one of those repetitive riffs on your guitar, just look out at everybody so that they know that you're connecting with them. Other than that, really cool song, really great performance.
Thank you.
Thank you, judges.
Thank you, everyone.
So we're about halfway through our first round now, and we have another veteran band performing next. So please welcome to the stage Mess.
Ooh, thank you.
I feel like we can do better than that.
Oh,
Welcome Ness to the stage!
Thank you.
You may have seen Mess perform on the same stage last year or at the Palo Alto JCC. These guys have been friends since 2nd grade, and we're so glad to have you guys back. Let's hear it for Mess.
Hello, we're Mess. This song is called Killer's Execution. Hope you like it.
I don't know how to follow that.
Thank you to the
Thank
two
you,
people
guys.
who laughed.
As Mess cleans up a bit, we just like to open the conversation to the judges.
Oh, they got your joke.
Wow, they did. I just wanted to ask Shark, what's your favorite concert that you've ever been to, and could you talk a little bit about it?
My favorite concert that I've ever been to was Deerhoof at the Great American Music Hall. I forgot when that was, and I had never seen Deerhoof, but I had heard a lot about them, and they definitely blew my mind. I don't know if any of you ever heard of Deerhoof or seen Deerhoof or checked them out. It's an incredible band, very sort of like progressive, outside the box music, and it was just an amazing show.
Thank you, Shark. Now, judges, we'd like to open up the conversation to you guys again.
I love this band. My only comments is I would like to see just a little bit more intention in terms of like when you have those moments where the music breaks down, because you're the lead, you're like the focal point. I mean, you can do it however you want to, but you got a lot of moments there where you can turn it into more. because you got so much power in your voice. It's just like you need to take more, I don't want to say initiative, but just you can do a lot more in that downtime, you know what I mean? Get more dramatic, because your music is really, really heavy and it's deep. It's really powerful, and your voice is very powerful. So, and always be aware, do not point the microphone in the monitor, because it screams it, you know. But that's it. I mean, I think this band is great, so. Anyway.
You all work well together. I could see. I love it when you're doing the head banging thing, but I do need to co-sign on the mic feedback. It's a killer to the audience, to our ears. So that's something, and it's something that can really damage the mic. So be mindful of that. When you did the feedback with your amp, that was something you were controlling, and so we could be right there with you. But when when the audience isn't anticipating the mic thing, it can be really jarring and it can lose the audience. So just if you can work on that, you'll be stellar.
Thank you, judges. Let's give it up for Mess.
Thank you so much.
Our next performer will be Annabelle Hendrickson. This is Annabelle's second time performing at the Battle of the Bands, and we're excited to have her back. Annabelle started out at talent shows, and Sue began playing at open mics in the Bay Area. And when she was 14, she had an opening act at the Troubadour in LA.
Her music reflects her own musical background. On the guitar, she's learned to play a variety of different genres, from classical to jazz to metal to musical theater. Song to song, you can hear how she changes it up and keeps her music new and interesting. So let's give it up for Annabelle.
Hey guys. Hello. So I'm Annabelle, as you heard. The members of my band are my SG here, my voice, and my right brain. So we're about to burn down the house, if you know what I mean. This song is called Miracle. I hope you enjoy. Can we get that on like a clean setting? It still sounds a little bit distorted. We're changing things up a little bit. Thanks. Once again, this song is called Miracle. Hope you enjoy. Sorry, let's just... Okay. Sorry, just a little bit of technical difficulties going on. Okay. Thanks for bearing with me here. That sounds a little bit more like it. All right.
On a typical night out, waiting for them to turn the lights out. Like there was something missing, staring at the ceiling. Then came a flash of gold in my peripheral vision. I felt your footsteps approaching, igniting the spark. I felt your shadow encroaching on our time apart. Off the ground, I didn't see you coming, but you came crashing down like a meteorite in typical pop song. I was stranded until you turned the lights on. Entwined, no arms, I found my place, surpassing the confines of time and space that I still could not erase. The crippling fear that by morning you'd have forgotten the magic we had. I held your hand so forlornly, trying to make this moment last. Off the ground, I didn't see you coming, but you came crashing down like a meteorite in my night, spinning me around and upside down until I had lost hold on whether this is an accident or a perfect miracle. Don't leave me now, don't leave me now. Come crashing down on me. Don't leave me now, don't leave me now. Come crashing down off the ground. I didn't see you coming, but you came crashing down like a meteorite in my night, spinning me around and upside down until I had lost hold on whether this is an accident or a perfect miracle. An accident or a perfect miracle. Thank you.
Thank you, Annabelle, for that amazing performance. And before we hear from the judges, we'd like to have Ron Cat give us a little bit of insight into his musical influences and what affects their sound.
I'm influenced by a lot of things. I like I like rock, I like funk, I like hip hop, I like a little country, and I like I like a little bit of everything. I like a great song. There's nothing like a great song, and I'm always looking for new ways to innovate and make new sounds. And my big thing is I like to make and watch people dance to my music when I'm creating.
Thank you.
Again, we'd like to open up the conversations to the judges.
I'd just like to say that you seem to be really. I like the melody, and I like I could hear that song on the radio, like the way the melody is, and you seem to be like you have that's an original song, right?
Yeah, that's an original.
Yeah. I probably would have liked it a lot more if the guitar was just tuned just a little bit more. But for the most part, I like your voice, and I like the way that your intention, like you were really honest and just came right at us, and I really like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I also I really appreciated your confidence just getting on stage and engagement with the audience from before you even started playing a single note. That's really a huge thing because your performance doesn't start when you start playing your instrument. It starts as soon as you walk out or you're visible. So great job with that. Also, on a side note, I appreciated that you were the only woman to come approach the judges during the luncheon that we had. Ooh. And as a strong woman in the music industry, I appreciate that. As far as your music goes, you have really great lyrics. I wish you could enunciate a little bit more when you sing. I felt like I couldn't hear what you were saying, and I really wanted to hear it because you're writing such beautiful arrangements and such beautiful lyrics. I do wish the instrumental arrangements were a bit more dynamic, just a little bit, and it doesn't need to be more complicated, just strip a little bit away and then bring it back to us, just to keep us a bit more engaged on that tip. And yeah, again, great melody, as Ron Cat said. It's got like a nice pop indie rock feel to it, and I could see it being finessed into something a bit more.
Thank you.
Annabelle, were you here last year?
Yeah, I was.
Awesome. I remember you, and I loved your music last year,
Thank
and I
you.
feel the same vibe tonight. Technical difficulties happened, so nice save on that. They just happen, and to laugh them off makes the audience feel better about it. Guitars go out of tune, particularly SGs sometimes. The B string will get a little sharp if you put a capo on it. Your voice is angelic, and
Thank you.
your songwriting is superb, and the guitar chords, the chords you're using, they sound great together. Keep writing music. Don't sweat the technical stuff. Just keep it coming. Keep writing songs.
Thank you.
So we're gonna keep it going with a veteran battle of the band performers, Mentally Wasted.
Mentally Wasted is a three-piece alt-rock band from Palo Alto, California, and they were formed in 2013, when they met at the School of Rock camp, and they've been jamming together since producing the first riff to their first song, Oh Crap. They decided that they should become a band after an intensive 15-minute brainstorming session wherein they decided to call themselves Mentally Wasted. Why? Well, for one, because their parents had zero input on the decision. For another, they were feeling frazzled by life in middle school and the highly competitive environment of their town.
So once again, let's welcome Mentally Wasted to the stage.
Hey, we're Mentally Wasted. I'm Theo. That's Charlotte. This is Zach. I'd be lying straight through my teeth if I said I wasn't a little nervous. This song we're about to play is a song I wrote about the last year, which has been a complete mess. I've been depressed and anxious, and I wouldn't have made it through without the help of 3 people, or 4 people. Charlotte, Zach, band manager Kiki, and my best friend Chloe. Love y'all. This is a song that I said is reflective of the last year. It's called You're Gone. Let's go, guys. Run away, little schoolboy. You think you're so tough, cause a little ain't enough. I wanna say why things are so bad, but even I can't escape the war inside my head. The war inside my head. I try to stop it, hold to myself. I've gotta figure my road out of hell. Just like that, you're gone. Just like that, you're gone. You're gone. People stop and people stare, they get a good look. But when your time comes, you'll get what you deserve. You need to leave and get a damn grip, cause you don't know when come will come again. No. I try to stop and get a hold of myself. I've gotta figure my road out of hell. Just like that, you're gone. Just like that, you're gone.
Thank you, Mentally Wasted. So as they're collecting their gear, we'd like to hear from another one of our judges, Liz Luke. What is one of your favorite, I don't know how to say this word, you guys, vinyl
albums.
Oh, vinyl albums.
I think my favorite moment tonight was hearing you say vinyl.
What's your favorite one of those albums to listen to and why?
That's a really difficult question, so I'd like to answer what my current favorite album is just on rotation. Esperanza Spalding, who's an amazing singer-songwriter, composer, arranger, she just did a 77-hour live session in LA, and she put out a limited edition white vinyl called Exposure. I was addicted to it. It's been on my turntable nonstop for the last few weeks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Liz. Can't wait to check that out. And can we open up the discussion to some of the judges again?
Charlotte, you rock.
Thank you.
Woo!
And truthfully, so do Theo and Zach. You guys are a great band. You guys really take the stage. Theo, I really respect that you got up and told us very heartfelt stuff about what the song was about. That made me really want to hear it. That was really great. But best bass player, I'm a huge fan of yours, Charlotte. Great playing.
Thank you so much.
I remember you guys from last year, and you guys have gotten even more confident on stage. It's really apparent. I second that. I like songs that mean something to the singers, and I was especially happy that I could understand the words when you were singing them, so that made me really happy.
I'll just say I remember you from last year, and I'll echo Marilyn that you've gotten even better. I loved your vibe last year, your kind of punky, thrashy, in-your-face vibe, and you still got it, and your technical abilities have gotten better. Bass playing sounds great. I want to hear more of your music. I tell teens at my job, the Mix at SFPL, about your band because heavy metal was surprisingly really popular, more popular than I would have thought with the people that perform music in there. So I've shared Mentally Wasted with the teens that I serve. Theo, you have a great voice. When you're singing into the mic and then looking down at your guitar, it kind of makes your voice kind of go like that. So maybe point the mic down a bit so you can still look down and sing right into the mic, because I want to hear you. You have a great voice. Great bass playing, great songwriting. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Next up, we have some newcomers to our stage from the South Bay. We've got the house band from School of Rock, Palo Alto.
This
Come
group
on, you
changes
guys.
with the different people.
It's ridiculous.
This group changes with the different people that move through their School of Rock. And they're an awesome cover band that's played at the Summerfest and the biggest music festival in Milwaukee. These are some of the talented and up-and-coming musicians that we can't wait to see light up our stage.
To make up for that pathetic applause we gave them, and because David got mad that I interrupted him, let's give it up for the School of Rock once again.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone! This is Zombie by the Irish band The Cranberries. Good. Keep playing.
Thank you, School of Rock. Ooh. As they collect their gear and head to stage left, we'd like to hear from DJ Marilyn. And sorry, surprised you. What is one of the best concerts you've been to before, and who was it that you saw perform?
Ooh, that's a tough one because I've been to a lot of performances. I saw the Prince Purple Rain Tour 4 times. That was amazing. Oh no. The best one, though, it was Parliament at the Circle, the stage that turned, that rotated. One of them was wearing a diaper. One was dressed like his auntie going to church. It was incredible. It was fantastic.
Thank you.
You guys have been really great today. Can we get a round of applause for our judges? They've just been fantastic. Now we'd like to open up to you guys about their performance.
I thought you guys were adorable. I loved seeing every one of you on stage. I loved watching you. I thought the song choice was excellent. All of the people playing instruments really looked like they were enjoying themselves and having a good time. And the vocalists, when you were all singing, I dug the harmonies. I would say the one piece of feedback I would give is when you guys are singing solo, you're not, it's almost like you're a little bit timid about singing solo, because once you have a second or third voice, you start singing really strong and really confident, and you just have to be more confident about your vocals.
Totally echo everything Marilyn just said. Really great dynamic on stage. You could tell you just all really like each other, which I appreciate a lot, especially with such a big group. There's a lot of love up there. And again, with the lead vocals, I think if you guys made eye contact with each other during the transitions, it would have been a lot more fluid, and I think it would have led to more confidence in your voice, like Marilyn was talking about. Because you have phenomenal voices. You should totally be owning the crap out of that stage and just being in sync with each other and locking eyes. And when you're doing those harmonies back and forth, whenever you made eye contact, it was very fluid. So keep that up.
I really love the energy. I like the way that you guys came out. You guys came out like you meant business, and it just made me go, whoa. It was like, wow, look at all that great energy up there. It makes it so much fun to watch, and just everybody looks like they got their own little star shining, you know. And it seems like you guys are just like bouncing off of each other, just having a great time. And that's what the audience really enjoys, seeing that kind of cohesiveness. So keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you all so much.
Next up, we have coming to us from the East Bay, Liar's Dice.
Band actually came out of the School of Rock in San Ramon, and there's actually a bunch of School of Rocks all around the Bay Area. They've got at least 4 locations here around here. So if you're looking for a place to start and kind of learn an instrument or pick something up, they're the people to go to.
Once again, let's hear it for Liar's Dice.
How you guys doing? Nice.
band. Ooh, she's a killing machine. She's got everything. Body control, and everything. I love it. I need it. I see it. Yeah, she turns me on. All right, hold tight. I'm a highway Nobody's gonna take my head, I'm gonna race inside my brain. Nobody's gonna take my head, got speed inside my brain. Ooh, she's a killing machine, got everything. Driving power, big fat tires and everything. I love it, I need it, I see it. Cylinders all mine, alright, hold tight. I'm a highway star. I'm a highway star. I'm a highway
That was amazing, you guys. Oh my god. Oh my god. While they cool off for a bit, I know we already asked Eric about his program at the library, but I wanted to maybe ask him a little bit more about it, like why he really enjoys it, like why he started with it, like what's up with that?
Without hesitation, I'll tell you it's the young people I work with. They make my life better, most of the time. No, seriously, I've been working in libraries for 28 years. I've been working with children and teens since I was as old as many of you, and music brought me to the library. And having relationships with young people is really a privilege, and to be able to share the music in a library setting is awesome. So I feel blessed to have my job and to work with the people I do. So come check out the mix. It's pretty amazing. And there's a couple teens here tonight that work in the mix, and you can ask them more about it. Don't take my word for it. Talk to them after the show.
Thank you. We'd like to open it up to you guys again. What did you think about Liar's Dice?
I just want to say I really enjoyed that. The vocals, I don't know, I'm kind of speechless. Do you know Jeff Buckley?
Sorry, who?
Jeff Buckley. I'll tell you after the show. There's a couple people I think you should check out. But your vocals are amazing.
Thank you.
Getting up that high.
Thank you.
While you're playing the guitar, it's hard enough just to sing, period. But while you're playing guitar and to hit it, you have this really, really unique tone. And I want to hear the songs you're going to be writing. Rest of the band, really good job supporting the rhythm section, super tight. Keys, I love the keys. I want you to turn up because I want to hear you more, all right? Great job, really good.
Okay. Yeah, I loved it too. You were serving some heavy metal realness, and that made me really happy. And I'm a big sucker for when two musicians get back to back and do that rock and roll thing. I always love it when I see that. I would say that my one thing I would want to do is you're doing all the vocals. It would be it would be wonderful if we could hear some additional like backing vocals for it. But overall, I can't fault you on anything. Very Cheap Trick. I love it.
Thank you, judges.
Thank you.
And Cheap Trick is a band.
Rock on, everybody.
Next up, we have our final band for round one. Closing out round one is Above the Weather.
This group actually found their name on a rainy day gig when they were playing. They were thinking about the phrase under the weather, and they wanted to give it a twist, so they're called Above the Weather.
I'm really proud of you guys. You've gotten better at cheering, but we're gonna make up for that applause. Once again, welcome Above the Weather.
Hey guys, we're Above the Weather. We have Neil Sinha on lead guitar, Josh Myers on bass, Zach on drums, and I'm Mason. I'm on vocals, usually on rhythm guitar. Today we're going to be playing Suck My Kiss by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Well, I'm sailing, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Give a damn. Oh, baby, think you can be my girl? I'll be your man. Someone for the fun, give me till I'm well done. Little won't be coming from my stomach. Well, take care. Most motherfuckers have a cold ass stare. Oh, baby, please be there. So my kids come be my share. Hit me, you can't hurt me. So my kiss. Kiss me, please, pervert me. Stick with this. Is she talking dirty? Give to me, sweet sacred bliss. Your mouth was made to suck my kiss. Well, look at me, can't you see? I really wanna be free from this world that hurts me. I need relief. Do you want me, girl, to be your thief? Oh, baby, just for you, I steal anything that you want me to. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. Chicken, chicken, do me like a banshee. Low brow is out, so many sound of bow wow wow. Oh, baby, do me now, do me here, I do allow. Hit me, you can't hurt me. Suck my kiss. Kiss me, please, pervert me. Yeah, stick with this. Is she gonna get it? Give to me, sweet sacred bliss. Your mouth was made to. I am what I am. Most motherfuckers don't give a damn. Oh, baby, think you can be my girl? I'll be your man. Someone full of fun to me till I'm well done. Little bone coming from my stun gun. Beware, take care. Most motherfuckers have a cold ass stare. Oh, baby, please be there. Suck my kiss, come be my share. Yeah. Hit me, you can't hurt me. Yeah, suck my kiss. Kiss me, please, pervert me. Stick with this. Is she talking dirty? Give to me, sweet sacred bliss. Your mouth was made to suck my kiss. Thank you.
What a great way to close out the round. Thank you.
We're going to jump right into judging this round. We're going to open it up to the judges.
Really fun song choice. I love the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Your instrumentalists are great. Your vocals are great too. I just wish you locked in on the audience a bit more. I felt a lot you were turning to your guitarist or your bassist, and the performance was going to them, and it lost a lot of the impact it had on the audience. That's how I felt about it.
I have to agree. The band is really tight. I mean, that was really, really funky. Sounded really great. All you guys got to do is just look up at us at least, a few more times, and you'll have us in the palm of your hands. Not that you didn't, but just you're the front man. You sound great. You should walk straight to the center and just kill it. Just come on up. Not that you didn't kill it. Don't get it wrong now, but just bring us in even more to what you're doing, because you guys sound really great, man. So that's all.
I really like the drummer. You were great back there. Yeah. And overall, really great performance, really tight, great effortless vocal up there, really great sound, and just all around great plan. I'm always just a bigger fan of hearing some original music, but that was a great cover for sure. Nice work, boys.
And I'm gonna just jump on the back, which is you guys would have really had the audience in the palm of your hand if you just had put your focus more toward the audience, because the musicianship is on point. So that would be the thing to work on most, is that confidence to engage with the audience.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. That actually brings us to the end of our first round.
We're actually going to give one more large round of applause to all the bands that have participated tonight.
We're now going to take about a 10-minute break. If the bands could head back to Fisher to kind of check out what's up. And then the judges are going to tally their scorecards, and we'll be back to announce the 5 bands that moved on. Feel free to grab some snacks, use the restroom, whatever you got to do. And thank you for all the incredible performances.
Welcome back to round 2, everyone.
So our judges had the chance to tally the scorecards, and we're now ready to announce the 5 bands that are going to move on.
So it was a really close call. First up, I think you can already tell, is Palo Alto School of Rock.
Going second tonight, we'll have the band Mess.
Third will be Peer Pressure.
Fourth, we'll welcome back Pope Suburban.
And then last, but definitely not least, we'll have Mentally Wasted.
Just a quick note, this round is pretty similar to the last. All the bands will compete, and then the judges will confer, and we'll figure out who's going to move on to the last round.
So once again, please give a warm welcome to School of Rock Palo Alto.
Good luck, guys.
I come across the mountain. Stories of I am.
So many stories of where I've been and how I got to where I am. But these stories don't mean anything when you've got no one to tell them to. It's true. I was made for you.
I climbed across the mountain tops.
Swim across the ocean.
that's on my mouth. It's hiding the words that don't come out.
And all of my friends who think I'm blessed, they don't know my head's a mess. No, they don't know who I really am, and they don't know what I've been through like you do.
I was made for you. On the cross, sins are
Swim all across the ocean, across the lights and the skies. Baby, I'm broke all over. Oh, because even when I was flat broke, you made me feel like $1,000,000 you do.
I was made for you. Oh yeah, it's true. I was made for you.
Thank you guys, that was really good.
As they gather themselves and move towards stage left, we'd like to actually introduce Jane Davis to talk about the programming here at the JCCSF.
Hey everyone. Woo! My name is Jane Davis, as I said. I'm the Teen Outreach Coordinator here at the JCCSF. So along with my colleague Christy, who you're going to meet after the next band, we kind of run middle school and high school programming here. So that's including Battle of the Bands, which I have to say, a lot of teen interns from the CJM and JCCSF are literally running this show. So not only is it teen bands, but it's teens backstage, teens at the snack bar. It's an incredibly run event by teens. So that's pretty cool. I just want to talk about a couple programs that I specifically oversee. One is the Q, which is a queer Jewish youth group. We welcome all identities and backgrounds, but specifically within that group, we hold monthly events. Coming up, we have a teen drag show, which should be really fun. You have the opportunity to perform or just be an audience member and do a makeup workshop. As well, we have a new program called TAPE, Teen Arts Immersion Program. If you like theater, if you like plays, if you love musical theater, this is the program for you, or if you know teens specifically interested. Every semester, we're going to see 2 theatrical or artistic experiences. Coming up in May, we're seeing The Color Purple, and we discount those tickets. So $10 to see The Color Purple. We'll feed you beforehand. We're going to have a program run by Shalom Bayit about teen dating and teen dating violence beforehand, and you're going to kind of see that every semester, 2 experiences. So we're going to see Dear Evan Hansen next semester, and looking to see the falsettos and a couple more shows within the coming years. So you can find all that information on our website, jccsf.org/teenarts or jccsf.org/theq. Just Google that as well. But that's kind of what we have going on for some high school programming, and I welcome you to check that out. If you see me, you can ask me about it as well, or send me an email, which you can find on our website. Thank you, David and
Let's give it
Raksha.
up for Jane. Okay. Let's open it up to the judges.
Okay, I loved you guys. I'm just saying, I loved you guys. You have a lovely, lovely voice. The lead singer, yeah, lovely. I would say, when the band is having a good time, the audience is having a good time. So you guys really look like you're having a good time. So that's fantastic. My one criticism is when you make a mistake, never telegraph it. The audience has no idea you've made a mistake unless you telegraph it. If you do something wrong, play it off as a personal solo. It doesn't matter. If you don't signal it, the audience will have no idea, we're none the wiser. But you guys were fantastic. Strong lead vocal. You come in with power. I like that. It's just fantastic.
I want to second what Marilyn said. When you're having fun, we're having fun. And your first song and this one, you could really tell you're having fun. The backup vocals on the first song, I wanted to say this earlier. Sometimes, like, the backup vocals or a simple maraca really can change the song. And hearing your voice, and I'm talking to you in the quick sync shirt, step forward a little bit. Yeah, you have a great voice. You really do. You have a good voice, and I could see how hard it is. It's awkward. You know, that's part of being a musician, is not being afraid to make a total fool of yourself, and it's totally okay. That's what it's about. I want to hear more of your voice. You have a beautiful, rich voice. I think you're a natural crooner. So, and a great band. Really good job.
Thank you.
Hey, what song was that you did?
Yeah. It was a story by Brandy. I have no idea how to pronounce his name.
Brandy Carlisle.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, and once again, it's really hard to have a big group like this not sound like a way too much. So I really appreciate that you guys were able to each find your own pocket on stage, and everybody stay in that pocket. And to the young lady in the camo shirt, you got a really great voice. You really do. Nicely done.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, judges. So next up, I think they're ready to go. We have Mess.
Take it away, guys.
Thank you so much for choosing us for the second round, judges. Thanks.
yeah. So it's like you tell this God it's all with your truth. You speak the slides, I don't let it get through. We speak the truth, but all you do is lie. You saw this God it's all with your truth. You speak the slides, I don't let it get through. You speak the truth, but don't let it get through.
Thank you.
Y'all were so good. You guys were amazing. Oh my God. I mean, all these bands are really just bringing it tonight. Can we just give us a good round of applause for everybody? Now we'd like to bring out Christy from the JCCSF to talk about the programming here.
Come on,
Hello,
you guys, give it up.
everyone. Thank you all again so much for coming out, especially on March Madness Day 3. Ohio State lost. I'm probably the only one that cares. I am here to talk to you really quickly about summer programming, teen programming here at the JCC. I run the Leaders in Training program, so if you are a rising freshman through rising senior, we'd love to have you. You can find it at jccsf.org/camp. It's helping out in camps anywhere from basketball to musical theater to rocket camp. If you are graduating or you know someone who is, we're looking to hire lots of counselors. So we'd love to see your face and all of your energy. And thanks again for coming, and thank you to all of our teams and our judges, and now to the judges, I think.
Thank you.
I'll kick it off. I think I speak for a lot of people in this room when we say we really, really love you guys. You guys are killer. First of all, the neck bling, was that new for this round? Okay, I appreciated it. And I also just wanted, it was interesting to think about this year's group of bands that there wasn't really like outfits or anything, and I missed that, and even just a little touch like that made me feel really warm inside.
Thanks
you so
for doing
much. That. Really cohesive presence on stage, really great energy. Thank you for not pointing the mic at the monitor. You guys have a really great dynamic on stage. It was really great moments like when you were organically starting to jump in unison together on stage. That really like got the audience really excited, and you guys got a whole mosh pit going over here, which was the first I've seen tonight. Great song, really great arrangement. I think one of the things that made it a great arrangement was you are all really talented musicians who could shred on your own instruments, but you showed a lot of restraint. And so when you came in and shredded, it just gave it such a dynamic feel that it just was really captivating, and keep doing things like that.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
That was an original song right there?
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa. You guys are ready, man. Get to work.
The one piece of feedback I would give you is, because your performance is so powerful, you guys have a tendency to drift upstage. If you can, when you're doing it, come more downstage, then you can really bring that power toward the audience, and you can really get the energy back from the audience, because the audience really wants to connect with you. So just think about moving forward.
I just want to say thank you for not jumping off the amp with the wheels on it. Earlier, you were rocking out and you almost lost your guitar. That was a super metal moment because it almost flew off your head, and then you pulled it back. And I saw you broke a string there on the last, and you were propping it up. That's awesome. I love your energy. Your singing, I told you last year, I think. Awesome singing. I'm going to say one thing. I'm 44. I have tinnitus. If you want to play this music your whole life, which I hope you do, protect your ears and the ears of your audience, because you're going to lose hearing as you get older anyway. It's just a bummer, but you don't have to lose very much if you can be safe. All right.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you, judges. Thank you, Mass.
Now we get the chance to hear from Peer Pressure again.
Switch directions here. This is an old original we wrote, one of the first we came up with, so feel free to dance around, get into it. All right, all right.
I'm floating in static. I'm stopped with nowhere to turn. A tip of a cigarette starts to burn. Fog starts to form on the inside of glass, waiting for you to take your bath. Trapped inside with no one but you. I look around and my lips turn blue. Why can't I kindle this love anew? I need you to push me through. Live 105, you can 1077 the bone. My radio turns on with the mind of its own. Changing stations with hopes that we'd make. My radio tells me that I need a shrink. I guess I'm floating in static. I guess I'm floating in static. Thank you.
Bro, y'all killed it. That was really good. Oh, man. While I gather myself from that, I'd like to bring out my friend. He's actually my boss, PJ from the CJM, to talk about our team programming there.
All right, how's everybody doing tonight? All right, let's give it up for all our bands tonight, all my teens here representing the CJM, and all of you, our judges. Everybody's doing such a great job listening to our young people tonight, so let's give it up for everybody. All right, two things I want to share. Our Teen Art Connect interns, or you can see up here backstage, doing all of this amazing work. They are all with our Teen Art Connect program at the CJM, and we are actually accepting applications. So if you are going up to 10th grade and 12th grade next year, our applications are open. The CJM.org is our website, so you can find more information there. All of the work that they do here, even if they're having fun, it's all paid. So come work backstage, be an MC next year. And the other thing that I want to share is that the CJM, Contemporary Jewish Museum, is always free for all teens, 18 and under. So come check us out, and we'll see you there. All right, thanks.
Thank you, PJ.
Now we're going to open up the conversation to the judges.
It was really nice to see sort of another style from your first tune. I really liked it. And I just really like you guys got a great group. The one thing I'd say is for when the vocals come in, I'd like to hear the drums just come down tighter into the pocket so I can really hear the vocals, because they just get lost a little bit, especially in a room this size with a stage that big and the room's not totally full to absorb some of that sound. That's all I would say though. Great tune, guys. Nice job.
I could tell that you guys were at a disadvantage at the beginning because you were the very first band, but I could tell you were much more comfortable this time because there was a big improvement in your stage presence. So it was great that you were able to rebound and do it that way.
I just have a quick question. Are you playing drums barefoot?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. You're a great drummer, but you're even better now. Great song. Great song.
Thank you, judges, and thank you, Peer Pressure. we've actually got 2 more bands in the second round. So next up, we have Pope Suburban.
So this next song, I started penning this. I was alone. I was riding a public bus down Sunset Boulevard in Los Angeles, and I was alone, and I was reading Kerouac, and I was thinking about Leonard Cohen, and this is. I mean, yeah, it sounds like a joke, but it's actually true. That's kind of how a lot of things work over here. Yeah. I was alone, and that's a lot of what this is about. This is called "Faked a Smile." Cellophane snowflakes had littered the floor that you swept. Over the ocean that swallowed the tears you wept. I looked in the mirror and watched how you got undressed. Your fingers were slow spiders, I wish you weren't so depressed. But you faked a smile. Freezing cold beaches with sandpaper oxygen. Watching the ocean crash down, hear it thundering. You sat beside me and you sighed, me and you should quit. I packed up the blanket and said, well, I guess that's it. We both walked away. So I pulled the cord and I watched that red light turn on. The whole world stopped for me till St. Peter asked, what's wrong? And I told him nothing, I walked right on off that bus. One last look at the ocean, how could you abandon us? Faked a smile. Thank you very much. My best.
That was incredible. Thank you.
So for this performance, we're actually going to jump straight into judging.
You did it again. You did it one more time, man. That was good. Very good. I would say just keep living life and writing about those experiences. You seem to have a great interpretation of, you paint a really great picture. I could see everything you were talking about. It's good work.
It's the same feedback as last time. Really phenomenal performance. Again, fantastic lyrics. You're a really, really strong songwriter. I don't say that lightly. Please keep writing lyrics. Your vocal performance was strong. It takes a lot of guts to get up here solo and deliver so much sound so confidently. A lot of it was you set the tone with your intro. It really set the picture for the whole thing, and it made me appreciate the lyrics in your music a lot more too. So really great job with engaging the audience from the get-go. Yeah, I would love, you're a fantastic solo. I'd love to, I could picture what the band backing you is going to sound like in 1 year. I'd love to see that.
Some violins and cello.
So going forward, the music that you choose bucks the trend, so you'll hear as you go forward people who will try and discourage you from what you're doing. So my advice to you is to not get discouraged and just follow that voice, because you are true to yourself, and that's what makes your performance so good.
Thank you, judges, and thank you, Pope Suburban.
Test.
So, are you guys ready for the last performance of the second round?
Let's hear it for Mentally Wasted.
Hey everybody, I know we were fortunate enough to get second place last time, but we're not gonna stand down until we go for the gold! This is a song that our bassist Zach wrote, and I'll let him take it from here. Damn, he used to be the bassist.
Check, okay, it's good. Yeah. My apologies. Oh yeah, so this song is called Lost in Thought. We've recently started, and I wrote it by myself, and I taught these lovely people a song, and we've been playing it ever since, and that's the story. Thank you. Hope you enjoy.
Feel
We're mentally wasted. Thank you so much. Love you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. So we're going to jump right into the judging again, so take it away.
I just really like you guys have such a big sound. And this was, I think, maybe the first time, because I remember you guys very well from last year. This was the first time we really got a lot of dynamic between your heavy sound and your slightly lighter sound, and I really appreciated that. Really nice job, great song. I wish I could have heard the vocals a little bit better from the drummer, because just from what I could hear, it sounds like you got a great voice, and that's always difficult to get the sound, especially the vocals right. But you guys were great. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Just to jump on that, it would have been great if your vocals were aimed toward the audience. You were in profile. Never be afraid to ask someone to move the mic to a position that's better for you, because it's so important for people to be able to make that contact with the people on stage. So always ask, move it here.
Yeah, I've been practicing with the mic from over here, so maybe from now on I'll change my mic location. Thank you.
And I love the mascara.
Hey, I love your band. Oh, go ahead, Theo.
The higher the hair, the closer to heaven.
I really enjoyed you both. Your band last year, I can hear that you've gotten a lot better. I think the vocals up, I would agree. I want to hear your vocals up a little bit. The guitar down so that we can hear the drummer a little bit. The bass up, I love the breakdown with the little chromatic bass riff there. That was really cool. I would love to hear the bass thumpingly loud. The guitar is okay if you turn it down. I mean, it's still good enough if you turn it down a little bit. You all sound good. I love your originals. I love the kind of sad, depressing vibe. I love sad music. I don't know why, you know. But good job. I like Mentally Wasted. Good work.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, judges. And that concludes our second round. Thank you, everyone, for another incredible round.
We'll be taking another quick, it's going to be a little quicker, a 5 to 10 minute break. The judges will tally their scorecards, and we'll be back to announce the final two bands. I'd like to remind you again, the snacks are only going to be sold during the break, so if you want snacks, get them now, and then just do whatever you got to do, use the bathroom, and we'll start back in 5 to 10 minutes. Thank you.
All right, welcome back, everyone. So we've had the chance to tally the scorecards and are ready to announce the two final bands that are moving forward to round 3. It was a really close call, and we have some really incredible talent here tonight.
Our first of our finalists is going to be Pope Suburban.
And then our second finalist is gonna be Mess.
So we just want to remind everybody what's at stake. So the winner's gonna take home $650, and the second place will go home with $350 in cash. And then both of these bands are gonna receive a radio spot with DJ Marilyn on the radio with her radio show Let Me Touch Your Mind on a Monday of their choosing, and she'll download their radio-friendly MP3s to her library. In addition, the winner's also going to get to record their own studio single with Liz Luke at the recording studio Zoo Labs in Oakland, and the mixing will be done by Rhino John, Jason Mraz, Busta Rhymes, and the mastering is going to be done by Nito Mastering.
Liz is gonna qualify that.
It's not my studio, but it's a studio I operate with a lot in Oakland. But yeah, you get to record your own single. You get 8 hours in the studio for recording. You get at least 4 hours of mixing with Ryan John, who's currently mixing the Jason Mraz album that's coming out. He's worked with Busta Rhymes, a ton of other people. And Piper Payne's gonna do your mastering. She's the president of the Recording Academy for the San Francisco chapter. She's worked with all sorts of Grammy nominees, and it's you're in for a treat if you win.
So performing first, once again, we have Pope Suburban.
I want to thank you all so much for sharing this evening with me. It's really been so special. This last song I dedicate to my best friend in the entire world. That's my brother. He's down in Los Angeles right now. He goes to school there, and I don't get to see him too often. But I think he might be able to see me right now. And if you can, I love you more than I can ever say. This last song is it's not an original song. This is a song that Paul Simon wrote for his best friend in the world, Art Garfunkel. This is called "The Only Living Boy in New York." Don't get your plane right on time. I know that your part'll go fine. Fly down to Mexico. Do-do-do-do-do-do, and here I am, the only living boy in New York. I get the news I need on the weather report. Oh, I can gather all the news I need on the weather report. Hey, I've got nothing to do today but smile, do-do-do, and here I am, the only living boy in New York. The only living boy in New York. And half of the time we're gone, but we don't know where, but we don't know where. Here I am. Half of the time we're gone, but we don't know where, but we don't know where. Don't catch a plane right on time. I know that you've been eager to fly now. Hey, let your honesty shine, shine, shine now. Do, 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 like it shines on me. The only living boy in New York. The only living boy in New York. Here I am.
I just don't have words. That's, whew, man. Before we move on, if there's any of the judges that have any final thoughts on Kevin's performance.
That's one of my favorite songs. Thanks for playing that. And you kept it fresh. You did it your own way. I really liked the way that you used the melody and fit it to your own style. Excellent work, my man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, judges. Now let's move on to our next band and give them a very warm welcome. Give it up for Mass.
What a great performance, you guys. That was excellent. Just for time's sake, we're just going to go right to the judges.
This note is for every single band, which is always have something in your pocket to say when the inevitable mishigas happens on stage that you can't control. Either start talking to the audience, have some show you want to promote, throw it to someone else, start flirting with someone, do whatever you can to sort of cover that up. If you just have like 5 minutes in your pocket that you can whip out, then you'll be golden.
Yeah, I apologize for that. The double kick pedal was like the right length at first, and I just put it back on, and then it wasn't back.
No
the right
worries.
length,
It's for every band, because this happens at least once every 3 months that something goes wrong on stage. You just need to have something.
Thank you. Yeah. It happened last time, actually.
Those darn double kick pedals. You got to watch out for those double kicks. Yeah, great work up there. I want to say for all of the bands who came out in the second round, I really appreciate that you guys have listened very carefully to what the judges have said, and it's really cool to see you guys applying that right away in your next songs. I saw you guys were just more up with the audience. You were all more forward with it. You guys are all doing such a great job. Keep rocking. Every single one of you did a great job tonight. If you didn't take first or second, you guys rocked it.
Thank you to the judges. That was an amazing way to end our final round. Thank you so much to Mess. So now...
Yeah. Let's just give it up for both bands tonight.
So now the final decision is actually in your hands. You should have gotten a poker chip when you walked in. There are 2 boxes in the back, which you will drop your poker chip into. I don't know what color stands for which band. I think that's back there. But you have a couple of minutes to vote, and then we'll come back on stage with your winners and your judges' pick.
Thank you. First off, Shark is going to announce his judges' pick for a band or musician. And this is a kind of recognition that he wants to highlight for an amazing performance that didn't necessarily win, but still stole all of our hearts. Shark?
So it's first of all, everybody did a great job. Really good. Yeah. And so the show that we're having is next weekend, next Sunday at the Hotel Utah on 4th Street at Bryant. And it was really difficult to choose. And there were 2 artists actually today, Annabelle Hendrickson and also Pope Suburban. I want both of those acts in the show. And I'm super excited. I gotta say that every band here was really great tonight. Those 2 acts fit the bill really, really well. And so that's why I chose them, but that's not to say that everybody didn't do a fantastic job tonight. Thank you for everyone's performances, and for all you parents for supporting your students and your kids and getting them on stage. Thank you.
Great job, you guys. Just make sure that you touch base with Shark before you leave.
And we're also actually going to pick an audience member who won a free ukulele, so, okay. Julia Thaler, if you're here, if you could come to the edge to grab your prize. Okay.
We now invite both of our finalists onto the stage. So just to remind you guys, we already talked about some of the prizes, but the winner is going to receive $650 and they're recording with Liz. along with some other things, and the second place team will receive $350.
Both bands will also win a radio spot with DJ Marilyn on her radio show Let Me Touch Your Mind on a Monday of their choosing, and DJ Marilyn will also add their radio-friendly MP3s to their library. And now, for the moment you've been waiting for, if we could get a drum roll. The winner is Pump Suburban! I hello did your thing.
I know he stole my heart. I'm sure he stole a lot of your hearts too. He was amazing. But I just want to congratulate everybody on their amazing performance. We really couldn't do it without you guys, obviously. And
I think it's already implied, but we're also going to give a round of applause to second place Mess.
it was such a fun night to share with you guys. We thank you, and congratulations to everybody.
Have a good night, everyone. Thank you for coming. Bands, connect with the judges of what the prizes are, and we look forward to seeing everyone next year for the 12th Annual Battle of the Bands. Thank you.